What's up, everybody? Chef Billy Parisi here, and today I'm gonna be making some jibaritos. Yep, I can roll those R's. Jibaritos. Man, these things are incredible, and one of the best Puerto Rican places right down the street here, it's called Snix Snax. It's actually a food truck. It's incredible. If you're here in Chicago, go to it. It's the best Puerto Rican food ever. So, let's get to making these jibaritos. The first thing we wanna do is marinate up a flank steak. Flank steak comes from the belly of the cow, but you need to slice this thing up thin or cook the heck out of it or cook it nice and medium rare, which is what we're gonna do to make sure it's extremely tender and juicy. We're also gonna slice it thin. But first, we're gonna marinate it up. I've got a little bit of adobo sauce left over from some chipotles I had. I'm gonna throw them in the bowl along with a little bit of salt. This is gonna help tenderize and season up our flank steak. The next thing we wanna do is drizzle in some oil. And just to offset some of that heat, we're gonna squeeze in some lime juice, finish it up with a bit of sugar. At this point, we're gonna pour it right into a bag. We're gonna add the flank steak. We're gonna shake it up real nice and crazy. Make sure all those seasonings and flavors soak that steak all the way through. We're gonna put it in the refrigerator for about an hour and 15 to an hour and a half. That's because it's gonna take about that much time to make the aioli, cut the vegetables, and the plantains. Those for sure take the longest. But don't worry, the longer it marinates, the tastier it becomes. It's going to be delicious. Tasty, tender flanks. Yeah, super good. All right, anyways. Okay, that had nothing to do with nothing, but just figured I'd check. All right, aioli time. Go ahead and add some mayonnaise into a bowl. What we want to do next is hit it with some lemon juice. Just squeeze it in there. It's gonna add a really nice tangy flavor, make it nice and lemony and delicious. Can't wait to get in it. Of course, season it with salt. I'm using sea salt. That's why it's nice and chunky. Last but not least, whisk in some garlic. All right, dude, I used to be totally against garlic presses, and who's calling me? Who would call me right now? Golly, can't people see I'm making a video? Yeah, anyways, so go ahead and add in that garlic. I use garlic presses these days, man. I ain't got no time to chop, man. This is for the birds. Keep it simple. Use a garlic press, gets it nice and finely minced, whisk it in or use a spoon, whatever you want to do, and set it to the side. Next thing up, veggies. A jibarito is a lot like a burger minus the bun, okay? So you've got a plantain, American cheese, then you've got some of that flank steak, tomatoes, onion, lettuce, and then the top to that, jibarito plantain. So what we need to do is prep up a few things, okay? I've got some nice vine-ripe tomatoes. We're just gonna slice them pretty thin, set those to the side. Next, I've got some green leaf lettuce. You can use iceberg, red leaf. Honestly, you can use whatever you want. I like green leaf. It holds up really nicely when it's on a burger, so I'm gonna use that. Go ahead and just take the leaves off, set them to the side. Last but not least, a red onion. You can absolutely use yellow or sweet onions are awesome on this. I'm gonna use red. I like a little bit of that onion bite. So go ahead and slice them super thin. I do a mandolin because it keeps them nice and thin, and it gets kind of scary cutting onions when they're whole. So slice it super thin, set it to the side, then all of the prep is finished for this jibarito. Guys, the last thing to prep up is our plantains, okay? You wanna make sure you get nice green plantains. I know when you walk up past them in the grocery store, you're like, dude, those bananas need to be way more ripe before I buy them. Not bananas, they're plantains, it's a vegetable. So go ahead and cut a nice long slit long ways across it. And then you wanna be very gentle, you wanna peel it back. It might take a few minutes just to get them all completely out of there, okay? Once they are out, we're gonna cut them into thirds, okay? So take that plantain, cut it into thirds. Next, cut those in half long ways. And in a cast iron skillet or a super large saute pan, you could do all this at once if you want, it's totally up to you. You want to add in some canola oil or frying oil. Once it gets really nice hot, about 350, 375 degrees, add in your plantains. You want to cook them for about 3.5 to 4 minutes on each side, okay? So be sure to flip them, get them brown all the way around because chances are the oil's not going to completely submerge them. Next thing we're going to do is set them to the side. I've got a sheet tray lined with some paper towels just to help soak up some of that oil. And dude, totally awesome trick. If you've got a tortilla maker, this is perfect because what I'm gonna do is lift up that heavy cast iron, throw our fried plantains in there and smash the heck out of it, get it to a nice flattened shape. It's gonna look a little bit hideous. It's not gonna be perfectly round, it's not gonna be square, it's not gonna be rectangle, it's gonna be however that thing wants to smash it. It's totally cool, you guys. This is not about beauty, this is about delicious flavor for this jibarito, okay? flavor first, all right? If you want to use a cookie cutter at the end because you want it to be perfectly circle, dude, totally up to you, but relax, okay? It's gonna be good. Next thing you want to do is refry those. You want them to be crispy, so put them back in the oil. It's gonna take about 2 minutes. You just want to crisp them up. They're already cooked. You want to make sure they maintain that crispiness. Last but not least, add them back to that sheet tray, season them up with salt. It's time to plate this baby up. All right, you guys, plantains are finished. All we need to do is sear this flank steak. It's going to be amazing. So in a super large hot saute pan over high heat, can't say hot enough, just simply take that flank steak right out of the bag, put it in that smoking hot pan. You want to perfectly brown or caramelize, whatever you got to do. Get this thing seared perfectly brown on both sides. Of course, there's going to be some imperfections in the pan, so it's not going to be a beautiful brown everywhere, but do everything that you can, okay, to sear this puppy brown. It's going to take about 6 to 7 minutes on each side. This thing is thick, okay? It's going to be a little bit medium rare on the inside. Totally cool. That's how I like it. If you want to cook it longer, dude, you do you, okay? I like medium rare. Sorry, flank steak needs to be medium rare. That's all I'm saying. Fine, do whatever you want. All right, so once it is seared on that one side, flip it over, get the other side nice and brown. The point is to get that nice caramelization on that steak, all right? It's totally key. Next, bring it back. Let this beast rest for a couple minutes. You want all those juices to soak back into the flank steak. That's how it becomes juicy and flavorful, and all that goodness just gets right back in there, all right? So let it sit for a few minutes before you slice it against the grain. You can see the grain running along. You see these little lines across it, okay? Slice against it and on a bias. Really super thin. It's important, okay? If you slice this too thick, flank steak gets really chewy and tough. It's gotta be thin, all right? And plus your jibarito will just taste that much better. Got it? Good. Let's plate this thing up. Dude, this thing is amazing. I'm gonna eat it. I almost like these things more than burgers these days. There's no bun, there's no carbs. It's so delicious. The plantain just adds this awesome complexity to it. Yeah, I got my mouth full. A little trashy, but sorry, dude, I'm gonna talk and eat. That's all I got today, you guys. Be sure to come back, check out my video next week. I don't even know what I'm doing yet, but I promise it'll be dope. We'll see you guys later.